Hey guys, welcome back to News with Sonic. We discuss comics, movies, games, and more. And today we're going to be talking about the new announced official Nintendo Switch Lite. I'm personally very excited about it, but before I go further deep into it, let's talk about some of the reactions and things that we've been getting ever since the announcement of the Nintendo Switch Lite yesterday. And I basically was at work when this was announced. I didn't do a video reaction to it because I didn't need to. I gotta say that I'm very excited personally because of a few reasons, and then I'm gonna go ahead and dive into like the reactions and some of the positive feedback and the negative feedback that we've been getting all over social media, including Twitter. So personally for me, this is perfect for me. But you might ask, but Ronnie, why would you need this if you already have the Nintendo Switch? Well, as you may know already, I am a Nintendo fanboy, and I'm not just saying that I praise anything that Nintendo releases. Despite like say some of the failure consoles that Nintendo's released, like the Wii U, I actually still like that system. Wasn't my favorite, but I still liked it, you know? So I do have my least favorite systems with Nintendo and my ultimate all-time favorite systems with Nintendo. But all that praising aside, I liked it for a few reasons, and let's go ahead and start with the first reason. One, if you like to collect things like, you know, trinkets, antiques, games, consoles, then this is perfect for you. Two, it's lightweight and extremely portable. Like the Nintendo Switch, it is a very portable console, but having an even more portable console with the same specs, with the exception of course of the HD Rumble, which really isn't necessary to enjoy a great gaming experience. I mean, you can go ahead and enjoy a game playing without the HD Rumble. The 3DS didn't have the HD Rumble, and hell, I love that system, and I'm still rocking it. I still have it back there. Granted, I haven't even touched it in a while because now it's collecting dust, but I occasionally like to sweep and, you know, clean and dust around the bookshelves from time to time. Okay, reason number three. Well, while I do like to play on the big screen on my Nintendo Switch or portable handheld on my Nintendo Switch, I want to basically be able to take a lighter system, smaller if you will, and play my AAA games on the go. But like, couldn't you do that with a Nintendo Switch? Yes. But over time, it can become a little heavy and a little rough on the hands after, let's say, holding it up while you're sitting in the car, at a restaurant, or on the go traveling out. With the Nintendo Switch Lite, it's actually more pocketable, or should I say more coat pocketable. It does lack some of the features like the HD Rumble, of course the kickstand, which to me, I think the kickstand really sucked, and it doesn't connect to the TV output. Now, those features being absent isn't really a problem for me. Remember, the point of this system's design is not to connect to your television and play indoors. It's for you to be going on and about outside, traveling, being on the go, and wanting to pick up a game and play a AAA game on the go while you're out there. That's the demographic it's targeting. It's also targeting kids, and kids tend to be lively and always moving on about and on the go, and it'd be cool to get them a system like this, especially if you're on a budget. Now, some parents might think, well, $300 is a lot. Couldn't I get my kids still a Nintendo Switch where they can play their Nintendo Switch games? Yes, you can, and this is a great solution. And it's only priced at an amazing $199. The actual price I was thinking about if they were going to release a Nintendo Switch Mini, or in this case, officially titled Nintendo Switch Lite. It's a great price. It's very affordable for a lot of people who can't afford the $300 price tag. And if they want to get something for their kids, or let's just say they just want to get a console for themselves and not get the main flagship console, they can totally get this console and enjoy the same AAA games that the original flagship Nintendo Switch is compatible with. And I gotta say, it's a great price, and I think Nintendo Switch is doing a good thing, and they're doing the right thing by marketing this new product. It's brilliant. And then people are also accusing of Nintendo being a cash-grabbing, greedy company. Well, if you haven't figured it out by now, Nintendo is for a profit company, not a non-profit company. Of course, they're in it for the money. They're here to make money. They're a business, and businesses need to make money to flourish. What kind of an accusation is that to make against Nintendo? I mean, if you're calling Nintendo greedy and just looking to get money out of people's pockets, then you might as well be calling every other company that's dished out every different version and iteration of a piece of hardware or software, like Apple, Microsoft, and PlayStation, for example. They've all come out with different versions of systems and software and hardware iterations, and nobody's accusing them of wanting to be greedy sons of bitches. Well, guess what? Nintendo is not trying to do that. They make systems because they believe that it can cater to an audience or multiple audiences in this scenario. And honestly, I see the Nintendo Switch Lite as a brilliant marketing move. This Nintendo Switch Lite can cater to kids who can't really necessarily play on the big screen, cater to parents who are on a budget, cater to even collectors who love connecting Nintendo stuff and hardware as a hobby, i.e. myself. I actually like to collect Nintendo stuff, and I've been a Nintendo fan since I was a little boy, and I've had Nintendo hardware since the Nintendo Game Boy. And it can cater to those who, let's say, like to play their games on the big screen once in a while, but then want to continue the game, so on. If they're going to be going on and about, traveling outside for quite a while and won't be coming home for a bit, they can still play their AAA games on the go with the same hardware specs. And if that's not mind-blowing, I don't know what is. But personally, I believe it's a brilliant move, and people should stop whining and complaining, because obviously they're making accusations and they're not proving any points by saying, oh, it cannot connect to the television. That sucks. Weren't you paying attention to this trailer that they released for the Nintendo Switch Lite? It's not meant to be docked on a television. The design and the purpose of this console, this iteration of the Nintendo Switch, is to be on the go, not to stay in home indoors and play on your ass. Get it together, guys. Pay attention to what Nintendo's aiming to do with this system. Now, all that ranting aside and all the praising aside, I also want to point out that there's a lot of rumors going on for quite some time. Ever since the release of the Nintendo Switch, people have theorized that there might be another iteration of the Nintendo Switch. Hence, they're calling it the Nintendo Switch Pro. I personally see that coming to fruition at some point. Maybe not this year, obviously, because we have the Lite coming out. Possibly late next year or the year after. It's a possibility. People are making crazy theories that it'll only be docked, and you know, why would they even call it a Nintendo Switch at that point when it's meant to be switched from TV mode to handheld mode? Now, I just want to make that a point that the reason why they call it the Nintendo Switch Lite, even though it can't be docked onto your television, is because it's for marketing. It allows Nintendo to distinguish their devices between the flagship Nintendo Switch, which is the one that's out right now, the one that you can go in and buy in the store with a 6.2-inch screen, and the 5.5-inch screen, which is the Nintendo Switch Lite. Its marketing name. They're going to call it a Nintendo Switch Lite because it's the design of the Nintendo Switch, and it looks like the Nintendo Switch, except you can't dock it, doesn't have the HD rumble, you cannot remove the Joy-Cons, of course, and pretty much a lot of the features are absent. It's only meant to be portable. And let's talk about that awesome Nintendo Switch D-pad edition that Nintendo has decided to put on this iteration of the Nintendo Switch. It's about time. People are wondering why there wasn't a D-pad on the original Nintendo Switch, because Nintendo's very well known for being innovative, especially for creating the D-pad, and they're the best in the business when it comes to the D-pad. So aside from that, I'm very excited to get it. Now, I am basically on the fence on the colors. I'm not the biggest fan on the colors. I wish 2 more colors were introduced. I would say at least 5 colors would have been great, but I'm okay with the 3 colors, and I'm actually on the fence between the turquoise color and the gray color. The reason being is because gray, I like that color a lot, and a lot of my devices are actually the color gray or different shades of black. My iPhone XS Max is a dark gray black color. My iPad Pro is a space gray color, which I love, and my speakers are gray, and my Nintendo Switch Joy-Cons, I have gray Joy-Cons to match the Nintendo Switch body, of course, and even my PC's black, but you get the point. I kind of want to probably change this around a bit and maybe go ahead and get the turquoise color, because that turquoise minty blue color really pops out and it looks gorgeous to me. But I definitely want to get it. I'm pretty excited to pick up my Nintendo Switch Lite on September 20th. I'm definitely going to be taking this. I can see myself walking around with it, taking it on the go, taking it to work to play on my downtime, taking it to lunch, taking it out when I'm traveling or going out of town or staying at a hotel or what have you. You get the point. This is the dream device that I've been dreaming about. Not exactly this, but I'm just saying. A device like this where you can play AAA games on the go. It's like mind-blowing. And on a small screen, the size of an actual average smartphone, 5.5 inches, which is perfect. It is 720p. Don't know why people theorized that it was going to be 1080p. That's a ridiculous theory, but I don't know why something like this would have a better screen quality than a Nintendo Switch right now. And back to what I was talking about. I know I'm going all over the place, and I'm sorry if I lost you, but back to the Nintendo Switch Pro. The theories are that it won't be handheld, available in handheld mode, and it'll only be docked, and that's it. You can't play it. But it's going to be sacrificing those things for more of a powerful chip processor to be able to play at least PS4 games that are porting over to the Nintendo Switch Pro, or even PS5. And that'd be cool for Nintendo Switch to accept third-party games that require so much power. You know how much of a bomb that's going to be? In a good way. I mean, a bomb as in it's going to do really well. That's going to be incredible. And I'm excited to see what else Nintendo does with the Nintendo Switch brand. But anyways, guys, I just wanted to talk to you about the Nintendo Switch Lite. I'm very excited. You let me know your thoughts of the Nintendo Switch Lite, and if you're going to get one, please let me know. Oh, and I forgot to point out that there is also going to be a Pokemon Sword and Shield edition on Nintendo Switch. I also want to get one of those. I know you're calling me crazy saying how many Nintendo Switches can you possibly own? What are you, crazy? Yeah, a little bit of crazy, a little dash of crazy. And I think I've had a little bit too much sugar today, but nah, I'm just joking. But anyways, guys, you let me know your thoughts. Comment down below if you're a fan of Nintendo and what was your first Nintendo console. You let me know. And if you've been collecting Nintendo since like the OG days, since like the 80s, did you own a Nintendo Famicom? I just want to know. I'm curious. But anyways, guys, comment down below. I'd like to hear your thoughts. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and click on bell notifications so y'all don't miss anything. As always, I will see you all in the next comic panel.